So let me have another listen to your submission.
A, A, A.
Okay, so that's basically correct. You got pretty good mouth shape, and the sound is pretty good. What you can try is just opening more. Okay, remember it's an exercise. That doesn't mean that you always have to open a lot when you make this sound. I can go air like that, that's fine. But as an exercise, think of it as partly a physical stretch, okay? And the more you open, the more any little imperfections in your technique become exposed. And once you can see what your mistakes are, you can address them. So watch, look how much I'm going to open. Air, a, a. Okay, I'm really opening as much as I can. Listen again.
A.
A. Also, quite a common mistake, which you're making very slightly, is lifting the tongue or closing the mouth a little bit at the end of the long vowel. So you're doing something like this, a, like that, a. Okay, do not do that. The sound has to be the same all the way through. A. Even the breath at the end actually contains the sound of the vowel, if you see what I mean. So let me demonstrate. I'll exaggerate the breath at the end. Ah. Right? I'm not doing this. Ah. Okay, so just be very careful about that.
A.
Yeah, it's very subtle, but you're going eh like that. So be careful about that. You could also make it a bit longer. Okay, remember, it's an exercise, so you want to exaggerate. Ah, nice long sound.
A. A.
And then for the short one, you need to be shorter. You need to be more energetic, like this. Eh. So make it very short, but then allow the breath to continue coming out at the end, like this. Eh. Okay?
A. A. A.
Okay.
A. 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 I'm going to say two words. Where.
Okay, where? It's fine. As in, where are you?
Therefore.
Right. That's good.
Therefore.
Right. Yes, so that's correct. The first syllable has the vowel therefore. And you can put the accent on the first syllable or the second syllable. You'll hear it both ways. Therefore, therefore. I think perhaps most people would say that the accent is on the second syllable. So it's therefore, but it's still air in the first syllable. But note that the vowel in the second syllable is or. Okay, now that's a vowel we're going to talk about later, but just note that you need to make that one a bit clearer. Therefore, or therefore. Okay?
Then two words with a short monophthong a. Address. Expect.
Right. So those words are correct. Address, expect. Now, this is a more advanced point, which we'll talk about much later, but in the word expect, notice that there is no aspiration in this word. Okay, so I'm going to say it twice. I'll say it once incorrectly and once correctly. Expect. Expect. You hear the difference? Okay, listen again. Wrong, then right. Expect. Expect. So the correct way is to essentially use a b sound. Think of it as expect with a b, becked, as opposed to pecked. It's not expect, it's expect. And the reason is that we never aspirate following the sound s. Okay, so even if you think of that as a p consonant, it's not really a p because we're not aspirating it. And if you take away the aspiration from a sound like p, that's essentially the same thing as voicing it. So it really becomes just b. Okay, that's the simplest way to think of it. Okay?
Address. Expect. And two words with a diphthong gave, with the diphthong a. The words are gave and table.
Good. So think about your intonation. You need a bit more of a sort of change in your pitch, more variation. So instead of gave, more like this. Gave. So work on going really high and finishing really low. Start high, finish low. Gave. Table. Notice how for gave, because it's one syllable, I'm coming down on that one syllable, gave. But for table, because it's two syllables, that pitch change is divided across the two syllables, so that the first syllable is high and the second syllable is low. Table, table, okay? Gave, table, okay? But that's correct.